weirdness that is turning you off, not his love for your sister.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of acting like a little package. We're so excited about it all. We're offering Sirius XM subscription plans for as low as $5 a month, plus fees and taxes. 844-711-8800 to find out more about these amazing offers. Summertime is road trip radio time. Nothing but driving tunes mixed from...
Welcome back, welcome back. I did not know I would be coming back so soon, so I don't expect nobody to be here. Just want to talk briefly. Okay. Messed around here and got stuck in a traffic jam. So I said, hey, might as well talk real quick about this other little subject that was on my mind. I just made a video talking about our being emotional, overly emotional. We just talked about that. One of the things that make us emotional is when we hear truth. I'm not talking about some of the truth, a little bit of the truth. I'm talking about when we hear the real truth, it makes us emotional because we don't want to accept that truth. We don't want to accept reality. So we become very emotional because I don't want to hear it. You know how you do, you put your hands over your ears and your hands over your eyes, and you just, your mouth, you know, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it. Well, see, there are a lot of you who claim that you want truth, but you really don't want it because truth hurts. Truth makes us see things for what they really are, and sometimes we don't want to see the real thing. We put on our makeup and we put on our perfume. You don't smell like that for real. You don't look like that for real. That's makeup, that's perfume. Your body odor is not like that. That's makeup. Your lips aren't like that. Your nose ain't like that. We like to live in illusion, fantasy. We like fiction. We like being things that we're not. And we get emotional when people are trying to wake us out of that sleep. We get emotional when somebody tells you, you all right just the way that you are. You don't need that makeup. You don't need all that perfume. Everything is cool. I don't know. You can't take. We so used to living in fantasy world. I assume the reason why we like so much fantasy is because coming from a slave background, our ancestors could only wish, make believe that they were in a different situation. That's all they had. That's all they could do. Wish, dream. Dr. King said, I have a dream that one day, dream and sleep. And that dream is good. And you don't want nobody to wake you out of that sleep, out of that. But see, if you're alive, you got to wake up out of it. And dreams are not real. And we know this, but it's our comfort zone. It's our comfort zone and we love it. We like to sleep. Don't wake me up. Remember when the alarm clock used to go off and people smash the alarm clock because it's waking them out of their sleep? It's so good to be asleep. It's so good to be in Disneyland. So much fun. Peter Pan, Donald Duck, and Goofy, and Mickey Mouse. I want to be here. Michael Jackson, he felt so much at home being in a place where animals talk. That's not real. Mice don't talk. Dogs don't talk. You don't live forever. You can't stay young forever. You got to get old and gray. Michael Jackson did not like that. So it was not a shock to me, really, regardless to how Michael passed. Michael did not want to be old. He didn't want to go through that. So what's another way that we can escape our reality? We escape by being spiritual. Not spiritual in a real sense, because there's only two real spiritual ways that you can be. Spiritual is only an emotional connection to another life. It could be a dog or a plant. It don't make no difference as long as it's alive. It's an emotional connection to something that is alive. Or like we have team spirit. Both of us like the Chicago Bulls, and we both rooting for the Bulls. We both have the same spirit, rooting for that team. We want them to win. Then the other spirituality, the only real spirituality, is another name for spirit is liquor. Strong drink, alcohol. Now we really know about that. And some of y'all so spiritual, y'all know about that alcohol, that liquor. Y'all got liquor in the house right now. Beer, gin, vodka, Hennessy, whiskey, whatever. I don't know. I don't drink. So that is the only real spirituality that you have, is an emotional connection to another life, or getting drunk, really. This other divine spirituality stuff that y'all talking about don't exist. It's a part of your imagination. Oh, brother, it's real. Divinity is real. You know, all this vibration stuff these people talk about, and get with your vibrations and get with your frequencies and stuff like that. Why do I know that it's not real? I know that it's not real because when I see you, excuse the word, but when I see you, I see a nigga, a Negro. I don't see nothing spiritual. Can't tell you from the rest of the people that's around you. Now, some of these people that claim this spiritual upliftment, this awakening, they are living on these higher frequencies. By their attitudes, you see that something about them is different. Okay, that's nice. But so many that claim they their frequency, when you question these vibrations, all this spiritual stuff, now see, and they can't really explain it. So they got to get emotional as usual, because they see, it's easy to explain reality most times. Fantasy, fiction, very difficult to explain, because we are real. We live in a reality here. And something outside of this reality, like Desi used to tell Lucy, Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do. You sure do. And you can't really explain because it's not real. Like the Temptations said, it's just my imagination. That's all it is. It's your imagination. We know it's not real because we cannot see any changes that this spirituality and this higher frequency and you vibrating, the only thing we see is a Negro. That's all we see. If you are able to reach these higher frequencies, then we should be able to see that in this reality. We don't. You get emotional. You become niggardly, just like all the other folks that's around you that are on low frequencies, as you say, low vibrations, as you say. I can guarantee you, as you say, I can guarantee you, whatever frequency, high frequency that you own, whatever it is, whatever you can do, I can do the same damn thing, if not better. Let's prove it. Put it out there. Put the challenge out there. Oh, I know, it's just a personal experience. Of course. That's what insanity is. Insanity is a personal experience. The only person that see the pink elephant is you. Of course it's a personal experience. And the only one that can feel this is you, because it's just your imagination. So of course, our questioning of this would draw emotion, because they cannot accept the reality. I mean, it all sounds good, being on these frequencies and higher levels and vibrating. How would this help you if you went to jail? This being on this higher frequency. How does this help us when a racist pull you over and pull a gun on you? How do you being on a higher frequency help us? All this is nothing but more feel-good stuff that don't do a damn thing for us. And you want to get angry at me because I question it, because it's not doing us no damn good. If it was a benefit, if it was doing something for us, I wouldn't question it. It's not doing nothing for you, and it's damn sure not doing nothing for us as a people on these higher frequencies. What happened to your higher frequency when they take you to the morgue? I guess you stop vibrating then, huh? Or I guess you float out in outer space, you turn into some kind of energy ball, conscious energy ball and float. I know. Yeah. We refuse to accept reality. I want to make another point too. They also talk about melanin a lot too, being melanated. Now the thing about this melanin thing is some of the brothers and sisters that's really talking about this melanin thing don't hardly have any. They light-skinned, very light-skinned. Some of them barely brown. But they talk about all this. You don't have no melanin. They have all this knowledge on melanin and don't even have none. And will never get none. What's so great about melanin anyway? Slaves had plenty of melanin. Didn't stop you from being a slave. Brothers and sisters in prison right now, a lot of them have plenty of melanin, still locked up in prison. You still eating genetically modified food with all your melanin. You still breathing poison air with all your melanin.
Speed limit reduced.
What does this melanin do for us? I don't see it. What is it supposed to do? Melanin is nothing but a chemical. It has its good side, it has its bad side. They don't want to never talk about the bad side. One of the bad sides of having melanin is they say that it takes away your aggression. See, in order to be a rebel, in order to fight oppression, you have to be aggressive. See? But we're not aggressive. We sitting around here talking about how spiritual and divine and the melanin, how docile you are. Look how docile we are. See, that's a side effect of melanin. Makes you less aggressive. This thing is not doing you no good. If it was doing us some good, I wouldn't have to question it. It's just like if you're on a diet and you on this particular diet and you still fat, I would question that. I'm like, I thought this diet that you're supposed to be on is supposed to help you lose weight. You've been on this diet for 2 years, and in fact, you got worse. You fatter now than you was when you started the diet. Oh, it'll work one day. It worked for everybody else. See, it worked for everybody else, but it's not working for you. And so you want to get angry at me because it's quite clear you're not losing weight, but you love this diet for some reason. You like the diet or whatever, and you don't like somebody talking about something that clearly is not working. You still fat. So we love all this stuff we believe in.
Speed warning.
We love all this stuff that we believe in, but it's getting you nowhere. And if it's not getting you nowhere, then you should want to change. It is insanity for you to want to continue to do something and it's not getting you any results. It's not doing nothing for you. I don't care how much you love it. I don't care how much you believe in it. I don't care how much you like it. It's not doing nothing for you. That's insanity. That's pure craziness. Why would you want to do that? It's like putting water in your car. Water in your car is not going to work. You need gas. You need diesel. It's not going to work. It's not working.
Speed warning.
I just made a video talking about emotion. You're over-emotional about these things. You're not thinking clearly. You don't want to think. You're trapped in these fantasy worlds because of this emotion that you carry. It's going to get you killed. It's not my job to care for you, Syrian. You are responsible for yourself. If that's what you want to do, then do it. I told you I don't even care. I'm not responsible for you. You're responsible for yourself. I have the right to speak about it. The same right that people have to talk about these different things, I have the right to speak my mind also. If I cannot speak, then nobody should be able to speak. Everybody should shut up. Stop trying to convert people to your beliefs and your ideas. If other people don't have the right to do the same thing, you need to shut up too. No, you just don't want people to see you for the loser that you are. Y'all like being losers. You want somebody to feel sorry for you. You do dumbass things, you think stupid, and you want somebody to feel sorry for you. You want somebody to take your little hand, grown ass men and women, take your little hand and walk you across the street, and you 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, and you want somebody to take your hand, help you across the damn street. No. Somebody needs to show you how incompetent you are. Somebody needs to show you that you're a loser. Somebody needs to wake you up out of your damn slumber, your dream world, your fantasy. And when you finally wake up, you're going to appreciate them. You hate them now, but you will appreciate them later, I guarantee you. Because I know people, they hate you when you wake them out their sleep. But the only reason why you're doing it, so they can get to work on time. And then after they get to work and see you again, they say, hey man, thanks for getting me up out of my bed. Because if I was late at work one more day, I would have been fired. And that's what it's about. I'm not responsible for black people. I'm not responsible. You're responsible for yourself. The only thing I can do is give advice and give suggestions. That's all I can do. Because I understand these things are hindering your development. They're not making you better. They're keeping you in a childlike mindset. Matter of fact, in religion, that's what you call yourself. You still call yourself, after all these thousands of years, a child of God. You never grow up. Sooner or later, you got to grow up. You can't stay a child forever. I will always be my mother's child, but I'm an adult. I still have to grow up. I'm still my mother's child. See, there's a responsibility when you grow up. And see, that's what you don't want. You don't want to accept the responsibility of being an adult. You want to stay a child so you can have excuses to being a loser. That's the reason why. So you can blame somebody because you refuse to take responsibility for yourself. Now, I don't take people's crutches. I let you know that you don't need it. That's what I'm telling you. You're not crippled. That's what I'm telling you. You don't need eyeglasses if you can see. You don't need crutches when you can walk. You don't need it. It's in your mind. That's the problem. You handicap yourself. You're not a handicap. That's the problem. You want somebody to feel sorry for you. Get up and walk. There's a lot of people like that. They can walk. They want somebody to feel sorry for them because they're in a wheelchair. Feel sorry for them because they can't see or whatever. There's nothing wrong with us. You don't need that. You're not a child. You're not handicapped. I hear that all the time. Well, if that's the case, then be happy in your circumstance then. Stop complaining, talk about this and that. Be happy that you're a damn cripple then. There's a lot of people who are crippled. They do everything they can to behave and act like a normal person. They don't sit around in wheelchairs looking for sympathy.
Speed warning.
I have a relative in my family. They refuse to be treated like a cripple. They refuse. But here you are. You actually want somebody to feel sorry for. I need this. What you need it for? It's like a grown man, You still need a baby bottle. You got 32 teeth in your mouth. You don't need that no more. Well, I just like it. It makes me feel good. And don't you know, I've seen it. There are grown people, in secret, they still suck baby bottles. Do you know that? Your problem is, you're used to the white man taking care of you. You're used to everything, all your needs, everything about you, used to white man taking care of you. And that's the problem. You're scared to do for yourself. You're scared. So you rather live in these fantasy worlds. You spiritual and you divine and you vibrating on higher frequencies. Wakanda, we gonna make Wakanda real one day. You know, all this nonsense. Living as a slave in your master house. None of you qualified to call me a coon, Uncle Tom, or nothing while you living with the white man. Spending his money. Tariq Nasheed, what's her name, Vicky Diller, all these suckers calling people these names, and here they are, depending on the white man's money, just like everybody else. Running their mouth on YouTube, Facebook. What makes them different than anybody else? Nothing. Just a bunch of clowns. If this works, you're not gonna hear nothing from me. It don't work. Now here I am. I could take the attitude that some of y'all take. Your bias, your prejudice, your hate feel. You know what I could really do? I could really start my own movement. Well, actually, yeah, I could start my own movement and push all the other black folks out. You got to have dark skin, no brown skin, no light skinned blacks. I only want original, pure looking brothers and sisters. Now, how would y'all feel? These people that want to push everybody out because they don't like your sexual orientation, because they don't like whatever you are about. Okay, well, let me do that. I only want real, original looking, dark skinned people. I don't want no light skinned blacks. You don't have no damn melanin. Stop talking about you melanated. You a black man. You're not black man. Where your melanin at? See, I could go that way. See, I could do that. So me and Sister Rashida and all us real dark-skinned people, we'll join together and call y'all other pretend blacks out because you're not black. You don't have no melanin. Oh, I am black. Prove it. Where you black at? Prove it. You don't have no melanin. See, I could do that. But I don't do that. And I won't do that. Because I see the big picture. I see the big picture. And I believe in fairness and justice, which you don't.
In 2.5 miles, keep to the right on I-270 north I-270.
I'm not interested in your religion because it don't work. I'm not interested in your religion because the slave master gave it to you. That's where you got it from. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, If a man won't treat you right, what make you think he'll teach you right? Gave it to you for a reason. There's a reason why they give it to you. Religion don't help nobody against the oppressor. Religion was made to make slaves. It was not made to liberate. Your condition shows that. Are you free? No. Are you about to be free? No. Are you religious? Yes. And that's all you're gonna be. It don't give you the power, it don't give you the strength to liberate yourself. Very few examples where religion is involved. Nat Rebellion was inspired by a vision that Nat Turner got from God. Very small rebellion. But the majority of the slaves on the plantation was Christians. Why they didn't join? Why wasn't there a massive rebellion? Because that's not what religion is designed. What religion is designed to do. It's designed to keep you docile. And it's still doing a good job right now to this day.
In a half mile, keep to the right on I.
You don't even try.
And then keep to the left in 0.2
You don't even
miles.
try.
In a half mile, keep to the left on I-270 north. In a quarter mile, keep to the left on I-270.
Technical difficulties, of course. Religion